right, let's take a look at org chart. So simply click on the employees/users. Right now, this is how it is. Just go to the left menu, find this option, and then from the drop-down menu, select org chart. So org chart has a couple of layers to it. I'm going to walk you through it all, so just bear with me over here for a second. Firstly, you will see the edit mode over here. This is a switch. You can switch it off or switch it on. And what this does, basically, if it's turned off, you can basically navigate the org chart easily without without any worries. So that's kind of good. But if you want to edit, you would just turn this on, and then you can still navigate things. But now, if you misclick somewhere, it's going to rearrange your whole org chart essentially. So keep that in mind when you're finished editing your org chart. Just turn the edit mode off so you don't re-edit it in a way. So the way it works is essentially you have to create positions, and that's how you start. So you click on create a position, you enter position name. I have some stuff over here. Well, let's just create a new one. Janitor. Great. And then you have to assign this position to a division. And you do that by creating a division or department, depends on you. You do that by clicking on this plus icon here. And once you do that, you can create a new division. So I'm just going to make janitorial div. Now there is this option called order. Don't really have to worry about this much right now, because I believe you will like move certain divisions left and right anyways. But essentially what order means is that the lower the number, like 0, 1, etc., the more left it will get positioned. So for example, if I have two divisions, one of them has an order of 1, the other one has an order of 3. The one that has an order value of 1 will be placed on the left by the system automatically, and the one that has an order of 3 will be placed on the right, next to each other essentially. Anyways, moving on, there's color. So we have a very nice color picker here. So choose any type of color you want for your division or department. Then you can add a description. Now and then think, and then click save. Okay, so just like that, now we have created a division, and now we have a position under the division. Great. Next thing is figuring out who is the managing position for the janitor. Now, in case this is your first position that you're creating, CEO, like for yourself and so forth, you don't need to add a managing position here. It's not necessarily needed. Besides, it's also just optional, but you can still choose. Let's say the sales rep is the boss of the janitor division and the janitors. Okay. Again, order for the position. We talked about that. The lower the number, the higher priority it has. The higher priority it has, the more on the left it will be placed. Next thing is users. So this is again optional. You can skip this if you don't have any users just yet. But if you do, just simply click on this drop-down arrow and drop the menu, and you will find the different users that you have in your system. Simply select and choose users to add them to a position. Now keep in mind, you can add a certain user to multiple positions, so just don't get confused with that. Next thing is responsibilities. If you have no responsibilities like me, then we can skip this for now. We can come back to this a little bit later. And then you have articles. So essentially what responsibilities and articles does is that whatever type of articles or responsibilities you are adding to this position, any user that you will add to this position will get these responsibilities and articles to their profile in a way to study and to go through it, or to be responsible for. So I got a bunch of gibberish over here, but I got this one, how to help an overworked executive. Good. So I'm going to add this to the janitor position. So anybody who I add into the janitor position, which is right now myself, will also get assigned these articles to study. So this is good in the future. You don't have to always manually reassign and assign policies and articles and SOPs to new employees. You can just simply add them to a position, and the system will take care of the rest. Okay, so now we have created the janitor. Let's just find where it is. Ah, here it is. So here's a janitor, and it's in the janitorial division. Well, in Humanagement divisions, the departments are right now the same thing, so there's no differences between them. And if you remember, we assigned the janitorial position to be under the sales rep. So it is under the sales rep right now. Sales rep is over the janitor and it's over the prospector and lead generator as well. So just like that. If you need to edit a position, simply hover over the position box and you will find these additional options like edit will be right over here. If you want to see the article or articles assigned to that position, is the middle icon over here. Just click it and it will open up what articles you have assigned to that position. You can also view it from here. Just by clicking on that button here, will open up the article. And then finally, yeah, viewing the responsibilities. So we are not just there yet, we are going to come back to it. Okay, now that's kind of straightforward. If you want to change, for example, the janitor should be after prospector, so more to the right, then you just simply use this little arrow and just click it once and it will update. So now the janitor is to the right of the prospector. And the same thing works with other positions and divisions and departments. So over here, for example, we got the chief of sales. If I want to move it to the left, I just click this arrow and it will load a little bit, and it did move over here to the left. Maybe that was